Hello ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 5th episode of Final Round. As always, I'm Squeek and this ginger homo next to me is Gibby.
You're lucky I haven't punched you in the face for that cheap shot. Tonight we will talk about our predictions for UFC 98, Machida vs Evans.
As always, we will discuss the fights that will appear on the pay-per-view and not the prelim fights. It's not that we don't like prelim fights, it's just we sadly do not have the time for them.
Once again you fail. First we will talk about Sean Sherk vs Frank Edgar. Sherk is coming off a big win against Tyson Griffin, while Edgar has a win against Hermes Franca. This will be much closer than I think, with the winner I believe earning a shot in the #1 contenders match for the lightweight title.
I see Sherk with his experience taking this one comfortably. While Edgar has a good record with only one loss, he hasn't fought as many well-known and experienced fighters such as Sherk. I see Sherk win by a TKO stoppage.
The next fight is between Dan Miller and the man that appears to get fucked over big time by UFC. Yes, I'm talking about UFC's popular Japanese fighter Yoshinakami.
Okami gets unknown fighters once again. Surely a fight against the likes of Corey or Mark Watt would be better. A loss will kill him, but a win I don't think will make a difference. Seriously, his push and status in the UFC reminds me of Elite XC after they got revealed.
I feel Okami will win, but does he seriously have hepatitis? It must be the only explanation why he hasn't got the deserved title shot against Silva. I think anyone who watches this episode who agrees should post a comment in agreement and we can show the UFC.
I agree that Okami will get the win. Next up will be Chris Wilson against the man who thinks he is the next Tito Ortiz, Josh Koscheck. So Gibby, what do you think of this fight?
Koscheck is a cunt. Every MMA fan thinks that. I loved how he got knocked out against a guy that can't hit a fat lady's ass with a banjo if he tried. This match was surely made because he bitched about it to UFC and wanted to prove himself.
That is a bit harsh, isn't it? I know he can be annoying at times, but still there's no need for name calling. I see Koscheck taking the win here. He'll be coming right from round 1 to get the win, so he can still be one of the top welterweights.
No, he actually is a cunt. He complains about his loss to Thiago, yet it is clear he blackened out and could not compete. I could go into song about that little bitch with Tito Ortiz's mosh song he used to go down to.
Bullshit, can you?
Yeah, let me start. Memorize every word, memorize every line. Koscheck spat the dummy out and fumes. That was so fucking fine. I can't stop laughing so loud, that was so fucking funny. I exercise my right to say how much of an asshole he is with a pussy. It's just all in your mind, what you interpret it as. I say the fight, that he got kicked by some pussy's ass. I could go on here, you know.
Dude, you got it. Just wow.
I guess it's time for our break. We will be back for predicting Sarah Hughes and Machida Evans along with the rest of our MMA news, and we will rip plenty more on Josh Koscheck.